Welcome back, mathletes. So we've got our first lesson of our new chapter, Chapter 5. We are learning all about ratios. So the TIO, the T is pronounced with a sh, like on the TION, shun ending on words, like in the word communication. So it's pronounced ratio. We're going to first define what in the world is a ratio, and then we're going to look at the three different ways that ratios can appear. So, what exactly is a ratio? Well, our textbook is our resource that we're going to use to define this. And then, what are the different ways that ratios can be written? We'll pause the video while you look at the top of page 192 to answer those two questions. So, they show you with words, or they tell you with words, a ratio is a comparison of two quantities using division. Well, the division is really a comparison. We're actually comparing some values here. So they show you with some numbers the ratio of red crayons to blue crayons, 2 red crayons compared to 5 blue crayons. And they show you the 3 different ways to write it. So we'll define it together. Specifically, a ratio is a comparison. It's also a relationship between two values, two quantities, two amounts. Has to do with numbers, which is why we find ratios in math class. But you'll also find a ratio in the real world. There's lots of different ways that we compare numbers. So anytime you've been to any sporting event or participated in a sporting event and they tell you the score was 3-2. The score was 6-4. The score was 15-1. Anytime you're given a score, it's a ratio. It's comparing your score to my score, or one team's score to the other team's score. So that would be an example of a ratio in the real world. If we were doing like a canned food drive and we had a comparison between 6th grade cans brought in versus 7th grade cans brought in versus 8th grade cans brought in. All of those comparisons of which grade level has the most right now, which grade level has the least right now, all of those comparisons between each grade level represents a ratio. So here they tell us that the ratio of blue circles to pink circles is 5 blue compared to 3 pink. There are 3 ways to write ratios, and I want you to take notes on these 3 ways because we're going to practice writing ratios all 3 ways. So, way number 1, you can write it in its word way. The word we used for ratios is the word to, T-O, because when we compare something, your score compared to my score, we use the word to. So, blue circles to pink circles is 5 blue to 3 pink. So it's a 5-3 comparison or a 5-3 ratio. Another option, though, is we can use the ratio form. The ratio symbol is the ... idea there. And so we would read this as 5-3. So although it says the word to, we swap out the word for the symbol ... ratio : way. And then the last way to write a comparison ratio is in fraction form. So although it's going to look like a fraction, it's not a fraction at all. The fraction bar is the symbol that says 2. 5-3. So they all say the same thing. 5-3, 5-3, and 5-3. They just look slightly different when comparing. So sometimes you'll see the word to as your ratio comparison. Sometimes you'll see this symbol, and sometimes you'll see it in its fraction form. Sometimes in ELA, they have words, and they're called analogies. And analogies are where we have words being compared, the relationship between words. So it would say up is to down, the same way that left is to, and then they ask you to fill in the blank. Well, you first have to figure out what kind of relationship do the first set of words have and it's a ratio or a comparison up compared to down. And because those are directional words that are opposites, over here we're looking for the opposite idea to this directional word. So the word that would fill in the blank here would be right. So we would say up is to down, just like left is to right. And that's how we can see ratios in other forms besides just in math class. So the 3 ways to write ratios: word, ratio, and fraction form. So now we're going to practice writing these. Remember, there's 3 different ways. The 3 different ways are listed down here. We want to write the ratio or compare dogs to cats. So with ratios, the way it's asked for is the order you want to give it. So because dogs were asked for first, we're going to count the dogs first. And I see that there's 3 dogs. So the word form will have 3, the ratio form will have 3, and the fraction form will have a 3 numerator. Now comes my ratio symbol because I'm going to compare it to something else. So in word, I need the TO. In ratio, I need the colon symbol. And in fraction form, I just need the fraction bar. Now I'm ready to count the cats. So when I count the cats second, I'm going to put that value second. So since there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cats, 4 represents the cats, 4 represents the cats, and 4 represents the cats. They all say 3 to 4, 3 dogs to every 4 cats, 3 to 4 and 3 to 4. Although it looks like a fraction, this is not 3/4 of a cat or 3/4 of a dog. That's kind of disgusting, isn't it? Let's give you one to try. You write the ratio of squares to circles. See if you can get it in all 3 ways. We'll pause the video while you work. Let's check and see how you did here. Well, see that we have our square count, and since we want squares first, we would count the squares, and I see that there's 2. So in our ratio, did you write 2? And then we want to compare it to, so we need all of our symbols, the word TO, the ratio colon, and the fraction bar. And lastly, the circle value, which if we count over here, there's 5 circles on our screen. So we would need a 5 for each of these other values. And they all say 2 to 5, 2 to 5, 2 to 5. The number of squares to circles is 2 to 5. How'd you do on that one? Were you able to count correctly and write the ratio correctly? My next example here involves something more like an ingredient idea, and this is something that you would see in the real world as well, where every time we're making a batch of something, the ratio of ingredients stays the same. Even if we wanted a bigger batch, all we have to do is add more of each ingredient, but how much more depends on the recipe. So this recipe used eggs and flour, and we want to write the ratio of eggs compared to flour. So the egg value needs to go first because it's listed first, and then the cups of flour will be second. The word form, well, I see that there's 2 eggs compared to 3 cups of flour. It's a 2 to 3 ratio, which can be written in ratio form 2 with the ... colon symbol, which also says 2 to 3. And then my fraction form 2 to 3, not 2/3. 2/3 is a different amount. This is 2 eggs to 3 cups, which means if I wanted to make the same recipe, but maybe I had a lot of people coming for breakfast or something like that, or I wanted to make extra, if I doubled my eggs, I would also have to double my flour. And because we kept it in the same ratio or the same comparison, the recipe will still end up tasting the same. We'll just be able to make a lot more of them. We'll give one for you to try here. It's your turn to write the ratio of apples to pears, all 3 ways. We'll pause the video while you work. All right, if we count, we can see that there's 4 apples and only 1 pear. So the ratio is 4 to 1. We have way more apples than pears, so we write it out with its word form, 4 to 1, in its ratio form, 4 to 1, and in its fraction form, 4 to 1. Notice we don't want to eliminate that 1 and say it's like 4 wholes. It's not really a fraction, so we want to leave it 4 apples compared to 1 pear. Keep that 1 pear in there, otherwise it's like we lost the pears. How'd you do on that one? There's a couple different common mistakes that people make when writing ratios. I made a mistake here. I know that doesn't surprise you. I love whiteout. See if you can find my mistake. I was asked to write the ratio of basketball to soccer balls 3 different ways. We'll pause the video while you look to find and fix my error. Hopefully you discovered that the basketball count is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the soccer ball count is only 4. So what I wrote was soccer balls compared to basketballs. But that wasn't what they asked me for. They asked me for basketballs first. So I would need to reverse the numbers and write them in all 3 ways. 6 to 4. Were you able to find my mistake? The biggest part with ratios is just keeping it in the order that it was asked for. So if they asked for basketball information first, make sure you count and list that first. If you're working from home, I will have some marshmallows waiting for you when you do return to try this activity out. Otherwise, we're going to work on it in class together. Happy counting!